Back at the trailer, I'm going to start fixing some of this stuff that that the dealership didn't get to, or just that I've noticed or whatever. So first up, I'm going to take a look at the cabinet here and see why the bottom is sagging. One of the guys said they were going to take care of it. One of them said they weren't going to. That supposedly it was pressing down and causing, you know, the backsplash to buckle. So after sitting here for a week and a half or so, backsplash still looks good, but this cabinet's still kind of dragging down. So let's take a look at it. All right, so this cleat here is screwed into the wall, and then these look like little finish nails, and they're all just pulling out. See this gap over here and all the way along here tells me this thing's dropping. Yeah, so I'm gonna take these screws out first. The cool thing is most of the assembly on this is done with these square drive bits. Number 2 Robinson bit. That's gotta be a good, that's an 1.5 inch self-drilling screw. That's not bad. All right, let's get this other one. Oops. Little ratcheting screwdriver is handy. I have this Klein multi-tip, carries them all in the handles, so if I'm just making a quick run, I don't need a bunch of screwdrivers. Let's just see about this here. Oh, jeez. It's not even attached. All right, like little brad nails, that's it. Huh. And I'm gonna push up from underneath. Oh yeah, that's all it needs. All right, I think I'm gonna take this side panel. Let's take that guy out too. See what's going on over there, because the shelf goes all the way across the bottom. Until I was an electrician for a while. Everything's screwdrivers. Alright, that's out. There's a couple more screws. I think those are the number 1 smaller Robertson tip. Oh yeah. Let's see what's behind here. Okay. Oh yeah. Spaghetti. Well, that must be the outdoor speaker. Oh, I can get up into the roof with wiring. That's kind of cool. Aha! Check that out. There's that. There is a piece of wood all through the back. Kind of like a piece of webbing in this hollow bit here. Yeah, so I think I'm going to lift this thing up, screw that into the wall, maybe even put a cleat above it and screw down. Then I'll replace the cleat that went the other direction over here, screw it into the wall and screw down. Yeah, I think we could fix that. Seems like I could kind of put something secret in this area too, doesn't it? That'd be kind of cool. So here's what I'm thinking. It's obviously sagging, so it's not just a dip inside, it's sagging because I'm pushing up from the very bottom here, and it's 2 pieces of wood, right? There's 2 thin pieces of cabinetry, and there's some level of wood webbing maybe against the wall. I don't think it goes all the way across that whole thing because I'm getting a little more flex on one side than I am on the other. The other side's rock solid, so there's definitely a piece of webbing in there. So I was thinking reattach this by screwing it back into the wall it's a nice 1.5-inch self-drilling screw that they use. I'm pretty nice, happy about that. I could probably get some SPAX screws. So I was thinking about a little more attachment that way, and then, you know, into the wall, and then downward, instead of these tiny little brad nails, I'll screw it. So I think what I'm going to do is come back later, more tools, maybe even take the whole thing home. I'm thinking about glue. I don't know, rattling down the road if glue's going to help or not. And not only that, but this is just stickers. So it's not like wood glue is going to do anything. It's some kind of wood with sticker on top of it, right? And in fact, this piece that I pried out, that just popped right out with my knife, right? I'm looking at it, and it does have a solid wood core, but I'm sandwiched are particle board, like really thin, like 1/8 of an inch thick, both sides, particle board, and then on top of that is the sticker stuff. Just kind of wraps around it. And so I'm gonna take it home. I'm gonna take all these little brad nails out, and I think I'm gonna get another piece of wood and just play with it, another solid piece of wood, and I'm gonna use this color and see if I can't do something with the stain. Who cares? It's inside the cabinet, but it'd give an opportunity for me to play with a stain, and if I'm successful, maybe I could start machining some wood to replace some of these chewed up and swollen up little bits of wood that are more exposed, right? So it'll be a fun little experiment. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it now. We're not going anywhere, so I don't mind it being loose. I can't put our plates and dishes back until this is fixed, and it's not real easy to work here with the slide in. I'm kind of crunched and I don't have good light, so do this little experiment, build the part, do some more thinking and shopping. Maybe I'll just drag the whole thing home. All right, got it home and picked up a piece of 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch poplar. I think it's poplar. And so I'm gonna copy it here. Right. Cut it, and okay, we'll just cut. Come on, seriously. Right? I'm pretty sure most full-time RVers travel with a 12-inch sliding compound miter saw, so it should be easy enough for them. So I think I'm going to sand this down and do some stain experimenting on this scrap piece first. So, yeah, this is the good piece. This is scrap piece. So just comes from the store a little rough. I'm going to hit it with some 220 grit. There we go. So I picked up at Home Depot some Behr fast drying water-based wood stain classic gray. So I don't know, it looks close to what's on the stick there. This is a little darker, so I'm going to go on light. I'm not going to do anything else to prep the wood. Just experimenting. I also pulled this. I pulled this out of the cabinet where the furnace is. So I kind of got another kind of color match here. So I'm going to play around with poplar and pine and just see, because I sure would like to have something that matches this. I think it's kind of supposed to be an oak. So let's check it out. Alright, let's see what this does. No, I wouldn't do it with a paper towel normally, but we're just playing around here. I'm going to do a few different sections. Right, nice and light. And one to do kind of light, now kind of heavier, and another heavier yet. That I'm going to leave on for longer. And then that lightest one, man, it's close. I'm going to give it a little more. Alright, back at it. So I spent a lot of time on this just kind of for experimenting's sake. And some gray stain, white stain, sanding it on and off, and then coating it with a varnish. I'm not dead on, but I'm pretty darn close. Close enough for inside of a closet. So it's a little darker. Try some other things just on scrap wood. I think I'm getting close. You know, just we'll see. That's a project for later. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put this thing back together. So the trailer's not level or anything, so the only way that I could figure out to kind of level this thing out is to measure off the countertop. So over here, it's about 24 1/4. Something like that. Over here, closer to 24 1/2. So I've got to raise this up about 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to screw that back piece into the wall and then add my cleat in there. Just can't really do it by myself, so I'm going to see if Jack will help me out here. Alright, so I'm going to reattach that back shelf support piece into the wall. In fact, it's never screwed in. You can see it's not screwed in. Now that I've got it jacked up, leveled out, but I'm going to, even though I have some self-tapping screws or self-drillers, I'm going to pre-drill it because I do not want to split it. So I got this little right angle attachment for my drill. I'm not going to pre-drill the wall. I'm just going to pre-drill the wood. One there, maybe another one down here. Maybe a little lower than that. Here we go. All right. Oh, nice. Leave the drill bit behind. All right. The impact is a little smaller, so it'll fit in there. Looks good. Side panel and replace it first. Put a screw in there just for something to hold on to. my new custom piece. Fits in there nice. I'm going to do a little pre-drill action on there too. I'm going to replace these self-drive square drive bits. Self-tapping or self-drilling. Now I'm going to drill down to connect it to the shelf. Let's do 3 of those. It's in there good. It's in there stout. Everything's leveled out. I don't think it's dropping down on the backsplash anymore. We could load this thing back up. So a little bit more experimentation with the stain color, but you can see it looks all right in there. I just don't know if it'd be all right out here in the open where I want to replace some other woodwork stuff. So that'll be down the road. But for now, this first repair is done, and on to the next.